Next on TVC News at 7, we're talking business, and Tolulokpo Gunjabi does mean business tonight, don't you?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's
All
do
right.
it. United Capital Group has reported a 111% rise in profit after tax for 2024, reaching 24.1 billion naira. The company disclosed this in a corporate statement released via the Nigerian Exchange Limited on Monday. The group's dividend payout also increased by 33%, rising to 14.4 billion naira. Board chairman Professor Chika Mordi said the profit before tax grew by 74% year-on-year to 30.10 billion naira, while profit after tax climbed to 24.10 billion naira. Mr. Mordi also revealed that the group's total assets surged by 83% year-on-year to 1.7 trillion naira, with shareholders' funds increasing by 47% to 133.50 billion naira. He said United Capital Group remains committed to shared prosperity by delivering record profitability and significant corporate actions, which has led to increased total dividend payout of 14.4 billion naira for 2024, marking a 33% rise from the 10.8 billion naira paid in 2023. Speaking on the group's performance, the CEO, Mr. Peter Ashade, said in spite of the challenging business environment, the group remained resilient as profit before tax rose to 74% to 30.1 billion naira, while profit after tax surged 111% to 24.10 billion naira. The Nigerian Customs Service Operation Whirlwind has recorded another major crackdown on fuel smuggling. The interception of 28,300 litres of petrol hidden in jerrycans and vehicles has struck another blow against economic saboteurs. TVC News senior business correspondent Ifunanya Eze reports.
At a media briefing in Lagos, Comptroller General of Customs Adewale Adeniyi revealed the latest breakthrough in the fight against fuel smuggling in Zone A. Between January 11 and February 23, 2025, officers under Operation Whirlwind seized 28,300 litres of petrol stored in 1,132 jerrycans with a duty-paid value of 35,800,000 naira.
While government has implemented comprehensive market reforms and supply chain enhancements to stabilize the domestic petroleum sector, criminal networks remain determined to exploit regional economic disparities for illicit profits. These elements have shown remarkable adaptability, constantly refining their methods to circumvent our enforcement measures. What we are witnessing is not just routine customs violations, but a systematic attempt to undermine Nigeria's economic foundations through the diversion of strategic national resources.
Comptroller General Adeniyi described the evolving smuggling tactics, including shifting operation times, hidden community storage, and modified vehicles. He emphasized that customs remains vigilant, adapting strategies to counter these threats.
We will be implementing the following strategic initiatives, among others, in the following weeks. 1, deployment of advanced surveillance technology along identified high-risk corridor. 2, establishment of additional tactical response teams with specialized training in petroleum products interdiction. And 3, enhanced community engagement programs to foster greater cooperation from border communities, and implementation of an intelligence-driven tax risk assessment framework to optimize resource allocation.
With additional resources and tighter enforcement, the Customs Service says there will be no safe haven for smugglers. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
In a bold move to encourage more women to get involved in business across the African continent, the Commonwealth Business Women Africa is advocating a level playing field and greater participation from women in a range of business sectors. This is in response to ongoing concerns about gender imbalance in various industries, particularly in leadership roles and entrepreneurial ventures, strengthening trade economic partnership and driving growth across Africa. Head of CBW Africa Steering Committee, Mrs. Helen Efue, said this in Lagos while urging women across 25 countries of Commonwealth on the need to explore new opportunities and the vast potential in African continental free trade area.
Nigeria is experiencing significant economic growth, presenting vast potential for investment and development. As we gather in this vibrant nation, we recognize the resilience and strength of the African woman as a powerhouse of innovation, creativity, and leadership.
56 African countries makes up the Commonwealth. They're going to learn about economic growth, how they can trade with each other seamlessly, assessing the after, and also how we want to see how we can tell our story as a woman to improve our health, improve our well-being, and sustain the economy.
The focus is mainly on trade between women, both in tech and then transborder trade in AFATFA, the African trade, for women to come together to network in their business, to showcase what they are doing, both the ones in tech, both the ones in business, both in the health sector. We have different sectors in our women group.
Now, United Capital Group has reported a 111% rise in profit after tax for 2024, reaching 24.10 billion naira. The company disclosed this in a corporate statement released via the Nigerian Exchange Limited on Monday. The group's dividend payout also increased by 33%, rising by 14.4 billion naira. Board Chairman Professor Chika Modi said the profit before tax grew by 74% year-on-year to 30.10 billion naira, while profit after tax climbed to 24.10 billion naira. Professor Modi also revealed that the group's total assets surged by 83% year-on-year to 1.70 trillion naira, with shareholders' funds increasing by 47% to 133.50 billion naira. He said United Capital Group remains committed to shared prosperity by delivering record profitability and significant corporate actions, which has led to an increased total dividend payout of 14.4 billion naira for 2024, marking a 33% rise from the 10.8 billion naira paid in 2023. Speaking on the group's performance, the Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Peter Ashade, said in spite of the challenging business environment, the group remained resilient. And the profit before tax rose by 74% to 30.10 billion naira, while profit after tax surged 111% to 24.10 billion naira. China has retaliated against fresh U.S. tariffs, announcing hikes to import levies covering $21 billion worth of American agricultural and food products. Beijing also placed 25 U.S. firms under exports and investment restrictions on national security grounds. According to the country's foreign ministry, China has never succumbed to bullying or coercion. Exerting extreme pressure is a miscalculation and a mistake. In the same vein, Canada is to impose 25% tariff on $155 billion Canadian dollar worth of U.S. goods if U.S. President Donald Trump's administration follows through with its proposed tariff, while tariffs on the remaining $125 billion Canadian dollar of products will come into effect in 21 days. These retaliatory measures came as President Trump threatened countries with cumulative tariffs. Crude oil prices extended losses today following reports that OPEC Plus will proceed with a planned output increase in April, while markets braced for impact of U.S. tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China, as well as Beijing's retaliatory tariffs on the United States. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude fell to sell for $67.79 per barrel, with a decline of 0.85%. Brent also experienced a downward price review of 1.06% to sell at $70.86 per barrel. Bonnie Light sells for $78.62 with a downward price margin of 2.84%. And for the OPEC basket, dealers offer $75.16 with an upsurge of 0.24%.